One of the top sellers at solidsignal.com this year is the DIRECTV Gemini. This is actually two different boxes. One is for the streaming service, one is for the satellite service, but I'm not really going to review those boxes here. What I want to talk about is changing the battery on the remote. For some reason, this remote is a little bit confusing to some people who need to change the battery. What's really neat about it is it will tell you when it needs to change the battery. What isn't so neat is that, like most consumer electronics, you get, sort of relatively generic batteries when you get it. So you are probably going to need to change the battery within the first 6 months to a year. And so I want to explain how to do it with a little bit of tutorial. Now, the first thing that you need to know is that there are actually two different remote controls. Now, they work identically, they look almost identically, as you can see, and if you order one from Solid Signal, I can't tell you which one of the two you're going to get because DIRECTV warehouses just call them all the same part, and you're going to get what you're going to get. The real key here is to look for the white circle on the apps button. Now, if you see that white circle, then you know which one you have. And depending on which one you have, changing the battery is a little bit different. Now, I'm going to go to some pre-recorded footage that I've got to kind of show you a little bit closer. Now, first of all, if you look at these two remotes side by side, you can see they have the same functionality. They do the same thing. One has a white circle around the apps button, as I saw. And really, there's no difference other than that. On the front, that is. If you turn it around to the back, however, you will see one has more of a shinier back and one has more of a matte back. It doesn't matter which one you have, they both function the same. However, if you have the one with the thumb divot kind of in the middle of the remote, you're going to find it's very easy to change the battery in the remote. You just take that, put your thumb in that divot and you slide it down just like you would with anything else, makes that noise, and you're going to see that the remote battery compartment just opens up. Change the battery just like you would with any other. However, if you have the one without the circle, you're going to find it's a little bit harder. First of all, if you turn it around, you're going to see there isn't as much of a visible divot to show you where your thumb goes. There is a dot, and it's a little bit more than 3/4 of the way down. And the first thing you're going to try to figure out is how to open it up. This is a little harder because it takes a lot more effort to do it. You want to put your thumb on that indentation and press down pretty hard. I mean, don't worry about breaking it because you're probably not going to be able to do that. But press down pretty hard. And when you do, you should be able to slide that compartment open and see the batteries that are there. A lot of people, I think, get this remote and they don't realize how to open it because the door is very stiff in this model. Luckily, you probably aren't going to need to change the battery more than once every other year or so if you put in good alkaline batteries. You can put in rechargeables if you want. They won't last as long. They are better for the environment. That's kind of up to you. The other thing I want to point out about this particular Gemini remote is it is available at solidsignal.com for a better price than you're going to find anywhere else. There are other sites that are selling knockoffs. These are the genuine DIRECTV Gemini remotes, and they work exactly the way they should. You can have, I think, up to 8 of them on your Gemini device, so you can get more than one and just kind of keep one in a drawer for when you lose the other one. That's totally cool. And when you go to solidsignal.com, you can be sure that you're getting top quality stuff and all the support you need. Shop at solidsignal.com. If you have any questions, call 888-233-7563.